episode 2. Hi, welcome to Dennis Talks again. This is a very new video. This is a video about, if you didn't know, I'm starting a series called Dennis Talks. So today it's gonna be a different topic. Today is gonna be a topic of how to see culture. So basically, culture is something that people do within their society. Let's say Group A has their own culture, which is culture A, and Group B has their own culture, which is culture B. But what if this two comes together? That is what we call intercultural, which is we learn about each other. Therefore, it's like culture A learning about culture B, and culture B learning about culture A. But that we'll talk about later. For now, we'll talk about culture. What is culture? So basically, like I said, culture is a belief in a group of community, right? So these are things that I actually learned during my exchange, where culture can be harmful, and culture can be also like a sense of enlightened, something like that. Okay, so there are a few things that you cannot do when you are in a culture. Well, firstly, it is stereotype. You cannot stereotype a person from a culture. For example, let's say the people from Group A are all very smart. So that is a stereotype. That means everyone in Group A is very smart. So it can be harmful, but it depends on what statement that you make. Maybe the statement that you make just now, where you say Group A, people in Group A are very smart, will make people in Group A have an ego boost. So if they have an ego boost, they will not care about what others think, and they will think that they are themselves great. So it's very bad for that, for themselves. And there's another thing called generalization. Generalization, it's basically like you say some people are this and some people are that. For example, let's say you say people from B. People from B are sometimes very smart, and some of them are not very smart. Therefore, it's generalization. So you generalize everything. Therefore, you generalize everything, and it's a more neutral thing. You talk based on your facts that you have. So it is more not as sensitive, and it's very good to make an intercultural learning. So in intercultural learning, ICL, you can actually learn what kind of community they are. So some people in community A, for example, if let's say community A is individualistic, they prefer to work alone. They are the one-man person, they are the one-man show. You throw them in the forest alone, they can survive. But if let's say community B is a collectivistic person, which is they practice collectivism, it means that these people, you need to put them as a team, and they will work very well. If you put them as a person, they wouldn't know what to do, they would have no direction. And yeah, so these are the differences between individualism and collectivism. So it's very different, and you can see from what a culture is. So a culture is very diverse. It cannot be understood through a year's time. For example, if let's say you are a 1-year-old baby, do you understand the whole Malaysian culture if you are a 1-year-old Malaysian baby? No, right? So culture takes time to learn. Culture takes time to adapt to it. But if you are at a culture, you will feel you're at your comfort zone. And at times, people like to challenge themselves for a step further. Hi, thank you for watching Dennis Talks. I hope you have learned something from today's episode, and check you out in the next episode. See you and have fun. Bye.